What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new WWE Ultimate Edition Monday Night Wars Walmart exclusive Kurt Angle from No Way Out 2000. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. Alright, so I know that was a mouthful of an intro. You got to get all those talking points out there. Like I said, this is Kurt Angle from No Way Out 2000 when he was the European champion and he went into the match and he won the Intercontinental Championship. And oddly enough, we don't get either one of these titles too much, so it is nice to be able to get both of these on a retail shelf now, because it's been several years for the European Championship for sure, or maybe a couple years. He might have got released in a Target Legends line. But the Intercontinental Championship rarely makes it onto the shelf, so that is nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the accessories, and then we're going to get into the figure itself, do some size comparisons and things like that, and then that will be it for the review. So obviously you see he comes with his 2 gold medals, which we've gotten with almost every single Kurt Angle Elite at this point, I think. Let me double check the Legends one that just came out. He came with 1 gold medal there, which has a different like lanyard or necklace piece, ribbon, I don't know what you want to call that on a medal. The neck part is a completely different color. It's green. That's strange. That's very strange. These are both red, white, and blue though, so that is fine. He comes with the Intercontinental Championship, which you see. He comes with the European Championship. We've already talked about that. He comes with this nice smiling head, which I think we've seen before. I don't know. I don't have the entrance greats Kurt Angle anymore. The only Kurt Angle I have is I have one of him in a suit. I have the Legends one, and then I have a bald one of him. So this is obviously not the same head here, but I think it might be the same head as the entrance greats. He also comes with a screaming head, which we've gotten something similar like this, I think, but it didn't have the hair. So this is a new head scan. To be honest with you, it kind of looks like Lou Ferrigno. I'm gonna be real with you. That's who I see when I look at this. Maybe that's just me. If you guys know who Lou Ferrigno is, let me know down in the comments below if you see that, or maybe it is just me. He also comes with a kind of a stern looking face, or kind of, honestly, kind of a motionless look. And this one looks like Lou Ferrigno as well. That's a little strange. But you see the hair on there. I've never had any desire to really buy a Kurt Angle with hair. I've always gone for the bald Kurt Angles, but there you go. This straight face, kind of nonchalant, emotionless Kurt Angle, which I can't think of many times that Kurt Angle was nonchalant. He was either really happy or really angry. He comes with the 2 secret hands that you see on the figure there. He comes with 2 pointing hands, which is to be expected. And then, like every Ultimate Edition, he pretty much, or almost every figure, honestly, comes with a set of fisted hands. And he comes with some like wide C-grip hands. These are usually like with him to hold the milk cartons. So I don't know entirely what he's supposed to be holding with that. But I'm not Mattel, so I guess I can't question that. It's a little bit of an interesting choice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the accessories you see here off. I'm debating if this guy's gonna make it in the top 10 Ultimates of the year. Like, that video is coming up soon. You guys know I do basically like the tail end of December, the beginning of January, and all through January for the most part. We do the top 10s. But man, this dude just has a presence to him for sure, especially with the accessories. So we're gonna take the chain or the medals off. Set those to the side. We're gonna take the titles off. It's quite an event putting all of these accessories on a figure, which is a cool thing, you know. You want a figure to come with a lot of accessories, and this guy definitely does. Alrighty, so that is Kurt Angle without all of the accessories. Pretty nice, honestly. Now, I'm going to be real with you guys. I did not order the Steiner's Ultimates. This could be the same torso. I don't think it is, but don't hold me to that. I cannot pinpoint anybody else this singlet torso would have came with. So I'm gonna, hold on, let's, I'm gonna go ahead and look off to the side. I'm gonna see if this is the torso that came with Rick Steiner, because I don't think it is, but I've been wrong before. So I'm looking at the two. And the Rick Steiner seems to just be a little bit wider. It could 100% be the same exact torso. But doesn't Rick look kind of wide there? And Kurt doesn't look too wide? Is that just me? I mean, let me know what you guys think. Because I feel like Scott would definitely be bigger. No, Scott has a unique torso as well. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it's not the same as Scott. If anything, it's the same as Rick. That took a minute of our time. But if anything, it's the same torso as Rick. I don't think so, though. I don't have it in hand to compare. But it does look cool. I love the blue singlet, basically from blue and then the blue knee pads. Has the flag going across. You see the white stars. Those are nice and crisp. Has the red and white stripes going across the front here and carrying over to the side, kinda. Looks very nice. The red elbow pads definitely stand out. I like the arm tape here. Unfortunately, when you do bend the arm, you do get just the plastic color, the mold color peeking through there. But you just kind of slide that elbow pad down, then it's not really an issue by any means. On the back, it does have USA, and it has Kurt Angle's shoulder tattoo, or can't think of the actual name for this part of the back, but that we're gonna call it the shoulder area. That looks good. I got a little bit of paint chipping here on the back. Also, it looks like my torso doesn't 100% line up. You see that? That's strange. It's like this part's drooped down and doesn't connect. Hold on, that's actually really weird. Like, it doesn't connect at the top and it doesn't connect at the bottom. It's stuck together, but that's really weird. I'm gonna assume that's just a My Figures issue thing. That's wild. But it is the torso is unfortunately molded in blue, so you will see scuffing on the skin tone, and obviously that's gonna peek through. That's why you see the torso and the arms are just ever so slightly a different skin tone. It comes across more on camera than it does in person, for sure. But this middle piece here and the upper piece are both molded in that nice blue plastic, but it looks good. Articulation is great. You know what to expect with an Ultimate Edition. As far as leaning forward, he can lean over about that far, lean back that far. Legs, Kurt Angle's hitting the splits, got the drop down hips. It's not as aggravating on here as it is other figures. He can kick up. He does have the big knee pads. That's where you're gonna have some issue. Actually, no, this must be a really soft plastic or soft rubber, because like the kick pads aren't, or the knee pads aren't nearly as big of an issue as they normally are with this. When I saw this big mold, I was like, ah man, they're not gonna bend at all. That's actually very nice. I like that. Got the white stripe going about midway point here, all the way across the back. That's interesting. Just plain white boots, nothing too exciting there. And then it does have the toe joint. I like this Kurt Angle figure a lot. I have no attachment to this era of Kurt Angle, that's for sure. I would have preferred to have seen not the singlet used on the Legends Kurt, but that era Kurt with the mouthpiece, the wrestling machine Kurt Angle period. I would have loved to have seen that in Ultimate Edition. We kind of got it with the one he had before with the cloth singlet, but it had its own issues. This is beautiful, however. I love this. I did want to throw him up here with a couple other guys we talked about recently to keep the USA theme going. And that is the Creed brothers. Obviously, their look is inspired by Kurt Angle for sure. That's a mean looking team. I'm not gonna lie. Those guys would be insane. And then of course you got to throw Chad Gable in there as well. We don't have Ivy Nile. You could add in, there's a few other American figures you could add in. You could add in the MJF, but I definitely like the look of the Creed brothers with this version of Kurt Angle for sure. And it kind of gives you an idea of the height with other figures. We could also compare it to one of my top elites of 2025. You guys know the deal here. We have old Dirty Dom. Like that height comparison with that. That looks good. And then we'll throw up just somebody on the smaller side. We'll throw up Dragon Lee. I like pulling these guys out. Dom's a pretty standard height. Dragon Lee is a little shorter. Looks good. Kurt Angle's definitely got some size on him, which is a good thing for a figure like this. I definitely recommend anybody picking this figure up. Honestly, it's in the top 10 now. I got to do some restructuring. That's going to be fun because I've already started making my list for the for those videos. But that is going to be it for today's video. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and last but not least, take it easy.